this is going to sound immodest, but I'm obviously a top-tier candidate, and so I did expect that I would be on the stage and take hits tonight because there are a lot of people that are trying to make the stage for the next debate.
Yeah, for a lot of them, it's do or die.
Well, yeah, and especially when people are at 0 or 1% or whatever she might be at. And so I did expect that I might take hits tonight.
I don't want to sound immodest, but I'm a top-tier candidate, and she is just, what, 0 or maybe 1% in the polls? Yeah, you don't sound immodest, you sound arrogant. Kamala, you're chock full of hubris. And if anybody is familiar with the ancient Greeks, they considered hubris to be a grave sin. And when you have hubris, the gods take you down. And I think that's what we're going to see. In fact, we're already seeing it. The political gods are already taking Kamala Harris down. Now, here's the deal. The most recent poll that came out, since she's really big on polls, was the morning consult poll. Excuse me. And anyway, it showed that all the candidates remain approximately where they were before the debate, except Kamala Harris. She dropped 3 points from 13 to 10 points, one away from single digits. And I think that's just the beginning. I think it's just beginning to set in with the public in general as to what a fraud Kamala Harris is. And more information is already coming out about her dubious career as an attorney general. See, here's the deal. She was just an average district attorney or attorney general. And what happens is I did a little bit of research, a lot of these district attorneys or prosecutors, what they do, and it's not uncommon. It happened in the Ted Stevens case, by the way, in Alaska. They framed him. The prosecution withheld evidence, and they got excoriated for it. And I believe his conviction was overturned. Unfortunately, he died. I don't know either just before or just after that happened. I'm not sure about the history of it, but that's what happened. But same thing. Kamala Harris, she absolutely did withhold evidence in several of her cases, now it's turning out to be many of her cases. So that information's coming to light, and it's not going to look good. She's down soon into single digits. Meanwhile, Tulsi Gabbard, just since her debate, she already qualified for the Houston debate in 6 weeks in September by getting blowing past the 100,000 donors required. She's got I believe she already has 145,000 as of this recording. It might actually exceed 150,000. Now the polls were showing her at about 1%. She needs 2% to qualify for the next debate. I'm pretty confident she's going to get that. I mean, if that blowhard, pandering, stream of consciousness, Beto O'Rourke, the dirt-eating guy, he gets his inspiration from eating dirt. If he can get 3%, come on. You think the one who actually really showed her brilliance at the debate, Tulsi Gabbard, isn't going to get at least 2%? In fact, I hope 1 or 2% of her new points comes right out of Beto O'Rourke. In fact, I was just watching him again. He was at a Las Vegas campaign, very poorly attended, just yammering on with his. Wait, I'm starting to feel like I'm Beto. So let me stop with Beto. But anyway, here's the deal. I'm thinking that there just might be one debate instead of 2 nights of debate at the Houston debate, because if only a dozen people qualify, as it looks like it might happen, or maybe even only 10 qualify for the debate stage, I don't think they're going to make it into 2 nights. They'll have them all on the same debate stage. And if you notice how the debates are set up, the people in the center are the ones with the higher poll numbers. So if we have one debate at Houston, you definitely probably have Biden, who's still slightly awake. So he'll be in the center because he's got the most polling, and then he'll be flanked by Bernie Sanders and the Indian princess, Elizabeth Warren, And then on the other side will be Pete Buttigieg, or whatever his name is. And then on the other, normally, as it has been, would be Kamala Harris. But I'm starting to wonder now, will her fall be so precipitous that she won't even be on that? She'll be further towards the edges of the platform? This is what I'm thinking. So she's at 10% now. Tulsi's at 1%, but I'm pretty sure she'll have 2 to 3%, and she might even get more. Let's say that Tulsi makes it up to, say, 5%. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I mean, there's a lot of buzz about her. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris is falling. We're going to see these polls. This is going to be very interesting because more and more information about her is coming out. Wouldn't it be, so beautiful if you had Pete Buttigieg on one side of the center, and on the other side is Tulsi Gabbard, and next to her, because she has fewer points than Tulsi Gabbard, is Kamala Harris. Now, I'm just curious, at what point does that happen? What point between now and, I think the polling goes through the August 28th, so another almost 4 weeks. At what point will it happen? I mean, I think it will happen sometime in this campaign, but at what point will Kamala Harris be falling and Tulsi rising? And right there, what's that point? When will that happen? When Tulsi Gabbard actually matches and exceeds Kamala Harris in the polls? Oh God, that'll be so great. Now, here's the thing: if Tulsi Gabbard actually appears closer to the center of the stage because of more points than Kamala Harris, please, Tulsi, I'm begging you, and at least one of your questions that you answer, please start it off with this quote: "As a top-tier candidate." Oh, God, that would be so beautiful. Oh, the humiliation would be total. But, I'm not so sure if Kamala Harris could handle that. If it appears that Tulsi Gabbard will be closer to the center than her on the stage, the humiliation that she would face would be so total. I don't know if she would show up, but that's what happens. Hubris. That's the key word there, Miss Harris. Your hubris is going to be punished by the political gods, and I think it already is. So it's going to be interesting to watch the next few polls, but as more and more information about what a fraud Kamala Harris is comes out, her numbers are going to go down, 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 down. So looking forward to that. See you guys later.
This is going to sound immodest, but I'm obviously a top-tier candidate, and so I did expect that I would be on the stage and take hits tonight because there are a lot of people that are trying to make the stage for the next debate.
Yeah, for a lot of them, it's do or die.
Well, yeah, and especially when people are at 0 or 1% or whatever she might be at. And so I did expect that I might take hits tonight.